But right now, let's go ahead and look at them. Ooh, man. Hey, what's up guys? Pegasus Turbo here, back with another sneaker unboxing. Today we have a very special shoe, which I should have unboxed in 2019. Back in summer, I promised you guys that I would unbox the entire 2019 Nike Zoom collection, which is both the Pegasus 36 and Turbo, the Zoomfly 3, as well as the Zoom Vaporfly NEXT %, which is the successor of the Zoom Vaporfly 4%, which came out in 2017. Let me just go ahead and say that this box is something else. Look at that. Look at the Nike swoosh. It's hard to see if it's not against the light. You got a little dotted line pattern running through it. On the back of it, you have your marathon-like timer showing you the 000. Got size 11. Oh, look at the front. I didn't even see the front yet. Ooh, Nike ZoomX, the foam that's found on the shoe itself. Nike logo, and then next to it, measure in the lab, verified with medals and records. Which, ironic enough, oh, actually, right before I say that, you got a couple more Nike track, Nike racing logos on the side of the box, as well as Nike branding up here. But this shoe was actually worn to beat the 2-hour marathon record. Yeah, I want to say it was this one. I can't remember if it was. No, yeah, I was reading up on it, and it was this one, not the 4%. Oh, we got a bag. Man, out of all the 4 sneakers that come in the Zoom series for the 2019 or the Nike 2019 Zoom series, this is the only one that they included a bag. Timer over here in the front one more time. Same thing we found in the back of the box. Then on the back of the bag, you have, oh wait, actually, is that the front or the bag? This is the front. Well, this is the part that's gonna be showing when you have it against your back. This is the part that's rubbing against your back, right? So if you look at it like, oh, you can't even see the Nike logo there. So we'll put it like that. Look, ma, I can fly. Yeah, so the timer is the one that sits on your back. Then the Nike logo with the same dotted line running across it is gonna be the one showing. And then the same thing we found on the box, Nike logo, and then the little message that they send about medals and records. Now the bag itself kind of recreates the material that these shoes are made with, which is the new and improved Nike Vaporweave, my bad, I apologize for that. The Vaporweave, which I think we found on the Zoomfly 3 as well, if I'm not mistaken, or at least some part of it was mixed in there. But right now, let's go ahead and look at them. Ooh, man, these are in the Ekiden or Ekiden. I really couldn't find how to pronounce it, but I'm gonna stick to Ekiden Pack, which is meant to resemble the really long relay races. Man, this colorway is nice. I was kind of hesitant about it, especially because of the hyper crimson here. But anyways, like I was saying, the long relay races that are kind of celebrated every year in Japan, these are meant to resemble that. And then the colorway resembles Japanese bullet trains. I think that's what I read up on. And then they added little details like this one over here on the back heel or in the heel to kind of remind you that that's what this pack is for. And then something I didn't mention, the paper as well has Nike logos all across it, as well as little timers. Of course, these are $250 shoes, so you can expect a little bit fancier packaging and paper. Oh shit, I just realized these switched the, oh, yo, that's crazy, mix and match. All right, so here we have them. Let's start taking a look at the details. So, like all Zoom series shoes that we saw on that we've seen on the channel, Nike swoosh right below the collar. On the right shoe, it has this, so it's meant to resemble the crimson color here, but it actually has this copper tone on the swoosh itself. Is a little bit reflective, as you can see right there when I shine the light against it. Like I already mentioned, the upper is made of the new Vaporweave technology, which is lighter, and it's supposed to not absorb as much water or sweat. Looks really breathable, and it is transparent. So whatever socks you got on, you're gonna be able to see them through this one. Then staying over here on the outside, below the copper looking Nike swoosh, there is a Nike ZoomX branding closer towards the bottom of the shoe. Moving a little bit towards the front, you got the crimson color popping over here as it fades out, going towards the back. Then going towards the toe box, you have the Nike swoosh, of course, just like we saw on the box and on the bag. Dotted lines running through the swoosh, and then everything in between is gonna be a little bit transparent so you can see the blue tone of the vapor weave. Then right in front of that, as the rubber from the outsole comes in, you also have another really small Nike swoosh right on top of your toes. Then moving towards the inside, same deal, crimson color over here. All these curves kind of going on. You got the line pattern on the midsole. I did forget to mention that. You got this kind of detailed or texture pattern on the midsole itself. That's both on the outside and the inside. But over here on the midsole, a little bit higher than the Nike ZoomX branding over here, you have, I believe this is the logo that identifies this specific colorway or this specific Ekiden Pack. It's that logo, and then right next to it there is a Nike swoosh. And then the same message we've seen throughout the box, the bag, and now the sneaker: measured in the lab, verified with with metals and records. But then when we look at the heel area on both of these, you have really thin lining across the collar. And then for the left shoe, you have the timer on the bluish tone. And then on the right shoe, you have running and a Nike logo on the hyper crimson color. Then looking at the bottom, nothing really too special about the bottom, which is kind of interesting. So you have this, I just completely forgot right now what the name of these areas are. But you do have a pattern running through this black section over here at the front, which does cover technically the front half of the sneaker. Then moving towards the heel, of course, you have that blacked out Nike swoosh below the heel of both of the sneakers. But then on the left shoe, you have the crimson color highlights. And then on the right shoe, you have the aqua bluish highlights. And right below the outsole ends, right below the little corner comes together over here, there is a really small Nike swoosh on both of them. Now flipping over towards the laces, ooh, I like the tongue. Tongue feels a little bit, ooh, date, location for your marathon, what's up? But you have Nike branding over here on the front of the tongue, followed by the shoe's name, Vaporfly. That's on the outside part of the tongue, because on the inside you have all those logos we saw on the box and that we've seen throughout various Nike running or racing shoes before. Looking at the aglets though, on the one sitting on the outside on both the shoes, you have a Nike swoosh. And then the one sitting on the inside of the shoe has the finish flag pattern running through it. And then now that I'm in this area, I just noticed that blended with the color of the upper, you have a Nike logo, and then the name of the upper material, Vapor Weave, sitting right here next to the laces. It's really hard to see because they blended in, like I said, with the same color. Now let's go ahead and finish up with the insole, which it looks like it's the same thing on both of them, surprisingly. So you have a crimson color Nike swoosh with the bluish color running throughout the entire insole, with just the black highlights creating patterns. Yeah, like I said, that's on both of the sneakers. They share the same pattern. They just kind of changed the way that the lines within the insole are going. So this one's kind of going this way, and then this one is kind of going this way. Yeah, I think that's really it. Of course, a really detail heavy sneaker. There's a lot going into it. There's a lot of sneaker technology going into it. I really love the association of the colorway with the Japanese relay races. Probably not gonna go long distance with these when I try them out, but still just being able to get that feel is gonna be really interesting. But before I do that, let's go ahead and see how these look on feet. But anyways guys, that was it for today's video. I really hope you liked it, and if you did, don't forget to leave a thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe to keep on watching more sneaker, technology, and whatever else we come across unboxings. And yeah, once again, that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are amazing. Babs Moneybags, out.